Summer and linen pants go hand in hand. And if you're petite and you're looking for a perfect pair, I have a handful of options to share with you today. I'm 4'10", I'm a petite style blogger, and I hunt for finds that you can wear right from the store without any alterations. In today's post, I have 6 different options for linen and linen blend pants for petites. I have rounded up a few of my personal favorite brands, some of your recommendations, and some of your requests. I've put each of these pairs to the test, measuring them right from the store, then putting them through the wash, and then giving them a wear test. So I can show you how they not only fit right from the get-go, but how they're also gonna wash and wear over time. For each pair, I'm gonna give you my initial reaction and then how I felt about them after the wash test. When it comes to how I wash the pants, I wash them all in cold water, and then I hung them all to dry for the majority of their drying time. Then I tumbled them on low on the delicate cycle. Every single one of these pants shrunk to a certain degree. All of my 100% linen options wrinkled predominantly along the seaming of the pants when I run them through the dryer. And while my linen blend pants did not wrinkle as much, they were the options that shrunk the most. The Retreat linen pants from Athleta are a pair that I personally have loved for some time now. I do have this in another color option. I have them in white, but I ordered this undyed option so they could be brand new right from the store and I could do the full test on them. I wear these in petite extra, extra small. I would say they're true to size. They do have a little bit of a wider, thick, elastic stretch waist here. I love these pants because the linen on them is a little bit thicker. Over time in the wash, these soften up. I find with wear they wrinkle because yes, they're linen, but they don't wrinkle as badly and crumple up as badly as some of the other styles that I have tried. They have zippered pockets on the side, which give them a little more structure as well. The Retreat linen pants are open at the bottom. On the inside, they have a slit. In petite sizing, they come from the store with a 28-inch inseam. And since they have that slit, they have kind of a wider opening. So you can see just like first try, these are coming over my feet a little bit. I definitely don't drag them on the ground, but they are a little bit bunchy on me. This option is 100% linen as well, so very lightweight and breathable. These are from Madewell. They were a reader request to see how they fit. They don't come in petite, but they do come in a short inseam. So I'm wearing the short here, and I went up a size because I found these to run a little bit small. So I'm wearing extra small short. In short, they have a 28-inch inseam, which buckles a little bit at my shoes. The fit is slim through my hips, not overly wide through the legs. This pair, I believe, has a 10.5-inch rise, and so I love the rise on these. I love that they have a smaller drawstring compared to some of the other styles that I'll show you. They are unlined, so this is an option that could end up being a little bit sheer, but I'll go into detail with that when I give them the wear test. Out of the wash, these were wrinkled a little bit along the seaming. That steamed out nicely. You can see with wear, definite wrinkling here in the creases of my legs. These are not quite as thick as, say, the Retreat linen pants from Athleta, but I think they're still a nice weight. From the store, these have a 28-inch inseam in the short length. After the wash, they have a 27-inch inseam. It's kind of the story of all of the pants that I tried. After the wash, I felt like the fit was a little bit snug across my hips, but with wear, they have loosened and now they are a comfortable fit. These are from Quince. They are the 100% linen wide leg pants that I've shared multiple times. These are another one that I have in multiple colors that I personally love very much. But I'm excited to see how they test against the other options because really it's just what I found and they worked well for me and I kind of went with them. So these come in inseam options. I'm wearing a 28-inch inseam here, but they start at 26 inches. So if you have a shorter inseam, these might be a really good option for you. They do have the tallest rise of I think all of the pants that I have to review. They have closer to an 11-inch rise, which comes above my belly button, but it is a wide stretch waist here, and it has a drawstring as well. There are pockets on these pants. They come in several color options, and they're not lined or anything, but I've never noted them to be sheer, but I did just notice in filming this that you can see the pockets on the back of this pair. So I don't love that, even though I did really love this color. I don't love being able to see the pocket. So these are the Quince wide leg pants after a wear and after a wash. This pair in particular shrunk about 1/2 inch on first wash. So they started out with a 28-inch inseam and now they have right around a 27.5-inch inseam. I did not note any significant shrinkage through the rise. And if there is any shrinkage through the fit, it's definitely very subtle and not all that noticeable to me. These do wrinkle, they're 100% linen, but I don't feel like it's significant or takes away from the look of the pants. The Quince linen pants are one of my personal favorites that I have loved for some time. So there's still one that I think is a great option. They are well priced, 100% linen. This pair is from Abercrombie. I tried these based on reader requests. And surprisingly, I think these might end up being my favorite of the bunch, but we'll see how they wash and wear over time. The reason I think they might end up being my favorite is they are the only option that is lined. None of the others are lined. So in these, I actually feel secure and covered up. They're very soft. These are not 100% linen, so if that's important to you, this isn't going to be the best one for you. They are a blend of linen and viscose, so we're going to have to see how they wash. But first try, they're very soft. I love that they're lined. They do have a thinner stretch waist here. They have a 10.5-inch rise, and they're a little bit difficult to wear at the waist. You have to wear them a little bit dropped. So I'm wearing them here in extra, extra small short. Since you have to wear these a little bit lower on your body, the 28-inch inseam on these is fitting me a little bit longer than some of the other options that I can wear more at my waist. After a wash, the pants from Abercrombie shrunk about an inch. They also shrunk about 1/2 inch in the rise, and I kind of feel like just the overall fit of these shrunk. So just for a reminder, I'm wearing these in extra, extra small short. They started out with a 28-inch inseam and a 10.5-inch rise. They now have a 27-inch inseam and they have a 10-inch rise. I really like these because they are fully lined. They are the only option that I tried that's fully lined, so they are not quite as sheer as all of the other options. These washed very well. They came out of my dryer after delicate with very few wrinkles. They also have not wrinkled all that much with wear. I mean, there's a little bit of wrinkling here in the creases of my legs, but really very little. They are very soft. They are comfortable, of course, but they don't quite feel like linen to me. They kind of feel just a little softer overall, which is really comfortable. And while I do love the lining, it does make the pants a little bit warmer. So if you live somewhere where it's just really hot and you need linen for like the cooling, breathability, these might be a little bit warm. Otherwise, I think that this pair has really passed all the tests. They wash very well, they don't wrinkle all that easily, and just keep the shrinkage in mind. So if you're bordering on sizing, if you try them on and they're a little snug, you might want to go up a size to offset that shrinking. In my case, the shrinkage with the length was a good thing because while I can pull off a 28-inch inseam, it does bunch a little bit on me. So I go for that a lot, and then I kind of hope that it's going to shrink up to more like a 27 or a 27.5. This option is from Target. I'm wearing them here in extra small short. When it comes to the short options at Target, I personally have not found them in the store. I have found them online, and it can be a little tricky even online. You have to scroll through the sizes. It's not like you would typically see when there are different lengths offered and you would click a length and then click your size. No, you have to scroll through all of them, and sometimes they're mixed up and out of order. But the short option in these pants in extra small has a 28-inch inseam. They do have a relatively wide opening at the bottom, so you can see that these bunch and almost cover my feet just a little bit on first try. These pants are a blend of linen and rayon, and so they may not wrinkle as badly. We'll have to see in the wear test. I think they're really comfortable. They are true to size. They fit me well in extra small. The fabric on them is lightweight, it's not rough, but in this color option, they are a little bit sheer. I can see the pockets through them, I can see my top tucked in, so as far as your undergarments go, you're gonna have to go with nude, or you're gonna be able to see through the back of these. I really loved this pair from Target on first try. Thought they had a great fit, I love the shape of them, and I still love them, but I just wanna give you a few points on this pair. This pair is one of the pairs that shrunk the most out of all of them. They shrunk almost 2 inches. So they started out with a 28-inch inseam. They now have a 26-inch inseam. And that is with hanging them to dry and then just doing a quick tumble dry on delicate, low temperature. So the shrinkage is not a total deal breaker for me at 28 inches. Like I mentioned with the other pairs, they were a touch long for me. So this 26 is just kind of grazing the top of my feet. If they continue to shrink, they might start to get a little bit too short for me. I didn't note any shrinkage in the rise, but I do feel like I noted a little bit of shrinkage through the fit. But again, since these were already a little bit generous, it's also not a deal breaker for me. This pair washed well overall. I definitely didn't see a lot of wrinkles coming out of the wash. They were easy to steam. And then with wear, they're not wrinkling a lot. There's not a ton of wrinkling through the creases in the legs here, which is where you would see the most wrinkling with a pair of linen pants. The thing that bugs me the most about this pair is the pockets got really wrinkly and rumpled up in the wash, which I find kind of surprising because the pants themselves weren't really wrinkled, but these pockets wrinkled, and so I'm going to have to go back and steam them down or iron them down every single time, or they add volume to my legs here. So that's a little bit frustrating. This pair in this color is also sheer. You can see my top tucked in, you can see the pockets. I only tested this color. You could try some darker options and maybe you wouldn't get that effect with them. They are well priced, being from Target, and I do appreciate that there is a short option. The shrinkage may be a benefit to you if that 28-inch inseam is too long. There is the option that these are going to shorten up just a little bit for you. This pair is from Amazon. I'm wearing them here in extra small. They do have that nice quick shipping. They are well priced overall. I think in extra small, these fit me well. They have a 25-inch inseam, which is shorter than most of the other options that I have to share with you. Most of them are going to be around 28 with some 26-inch options. So this one is one of the shortest ones. The fabric on them is definitely a linen blend. It's not 100%. I need to check for the full fabric content on these because there isn't a tag on the inside, but I'll definitely update the review with that. But since they're not 100% linen, there's a chance they're not going to wrinkle as badly, but we'll see how that goes in the wear test. There are pros and cons with the Amazon pair. A good price point, you're going to get that quick shipping. But I definitely noted significant shrinkage with this pair in the wash. These started out with a 25-inch inseam, and they're now showing more of a 23-inch inseam. I did not measure significant shrinkage in the rise, but they definitely feel a little bit tighter through the fit. I think this could be a pro for my petite friends who have a short petite inseam and are really struggling to find those full-length options. The fact that you could possibly shrink these up to a 23-inch inseam might be just perfect for you. The fabric on these is really soft and comfortable. They definitely washed well in that they came out with very few wrinkles, they steamed easily, and with wear, these really haven't wrinkled very much at all. So they do have really nice wearability. I will note that this lighter color is definitely sheer. You can see through it, so I would try some of the darker colors instead of this light one. It's also fair to note that in the wash, these pilled a little bit and there is a little bit of threading. And so time will tell how they really hold up after multiple washes. So if I had to pick a top three, it is really hard to do because I honestly think there was something to love about each pair based on your preferences, maybe your price point and your body type. But my personal top three, after going back and looking at the photos and just kind of analyzing the overall wear and washing, I think my top overall pick for the pair that I think looks the best on me is the option from Madewell. I like that this pair has a thinner waistband, so it's not as high up on my stomach. The pair that I enjoy wearing the most from my 100% options are my Athleta Retreat Linen Blend pants. I love that these don't cling on my hips, and I love that they're not see-through at all. For the option that washed the best and is overall the most comfortable to wear, the pair from Abercrombie would be a top pick for me. The links to shop, along with written descriptions, outfit photos before and after of each pair, can be found on my blog through the link below in the description. If you'd like to see more of my petite-friendly content and reviews, be sure to follow along on my blog at pumpsandpushups.com. Follow me on socials for daily content. And if you'd like to see more of these long videos here, be sure to like and subscribe to this channel.